Assalamu alaikum everyone. This is me, Humaira. Have you ever wondered that how many ad groups you should actually create inside a Google ad campaign? Should you keep things very simple like with just 2 to 4 ad groups, or should you create 10, 15 or even more ad groups to target every keyword separately? This is one of those questions where there is no magic number. And that is exactly what I want to explain in this video. Because the real goal is not to create the maximum number of ad groups. The goal is to create meaningful search themes that allow you to control your keywords, write relevant ads, analyze your search terms, and optimize performance effectively. In this video, we are going to look at when 2 to 4 ad groups make sense, why creating too many ad groups which eventually create problems, and most importantly, when having more ad groups is justified. Let's get started. Before deciding how many ad groups you need, we need to understand what an ad group is actually supposed to do. Think about the structure like this: campaign, ad group, keywords, and ads. A campaign usually represents a core service or business objective. Inside that campaign, your ad groups organize closely related to your search themes. Then your keywords represent the searches that belong to that theme. And finally, your ad communicate a message that is relevant to those searches. So, an ad group should not simply be container where you put random keywords. Its purpose is to group keywords that have a similar search intent and can be addressed with a similar ad message. Let's use a landscaping business as an example. Imagine you are running Google Ads for a landscaping company. You have a campaign called Patio and Hardscape. The core service is patio and hardscaping. And here are all the keywords like patio installation, pebble patio, stone patio, and etc. and all. At first glance, you might think, why not put all of these keywords into one ad group? But that is not necessarily a good idea. The question is, what the reason behind? Because these searches do not all represent exactly the same search theme. For example, someone search for patio installation has a very specific intent. Someone searching for hardscape contractor may be looking for a broader contractor, and someone searches for stone patio may specifically want a stone patio. Putting everything into one giant ad group can make your messaging less focused. But there is another extreme. You could create one ad group for each single keyword, and that is not necessarily a good idea either. This brings us to the main question. Wait, then where is the right balance? Let's take that same patio and hardscape campaign and create 4 meaningful ad groups. Ad group number 1, patio installation. The keyword could include patio installation, patio contractor, patio installation near me, and perhaps the exact match type version where appropriate. The common theme here is patio installation, and the ad group can focus on installing patios and encouraging the users to request a code. Ad group number 2, paver patio. Now we can create a separate theme for paver patio where we can include all these keywords, specifically talk about the paver patio installation. Group number 3, hardscape constructor. This includes these keywords, and the messaging can focus on professional hardscaping and constructor services. Again, these searches share a similar theme. And the last one is stone patio. And here we can use keywords like stone patio installation, stone patio constructor. Now the ad can specifically mention stone patio installation. So what have we achieved? We did not create 15 different ad groups, but we also did not throw every keyword into one massive group. Instead, we created 4 meaningful search themes, and that's why 2 to 4 ad groups can be a very good starting point for many campaigns. The question is why it is such a good start. Reason number 1, the themes are easy to understand. When every ad group has a clear purpose, it is much easier to understand your campaign. You can quickly look at the campaign and know this ad group is about patio installation, this ad group is about paper patios, this ad group is about hardscape contractors, etc. Reason number 2, your ad messaging stays focused. A major advantage of good ad group organization is better alignment between the search and the ad. If someone searches for paper patio installation, you want that your ad to be highly relevant to paper patio installation. You do not necessarily want to show an ad that only talks about generic landscaping. Number 3, search term analysis becomes easier. After your campaign starts generating traffic, you will need to analyze your search terms. You will want to know what are people actually searching for, which searches are relevant, which searches are irrelevant, and which searches should I add into my keywords, which searches should I need to add in negative keywords. Reason number 4, keyword overlap is easier to identify. Another important benefit is that you can more easily identify keywords overlap. Reason number 5, your conversion data is not excessively fragmented. This is especially important for smaller local businesses. Imagine you create 15 or 20 ad groups but only receive a limited number of conversions. Now your conversion data is distributed across many different ad groups. Instead of getting enough meaningful data in a few places, you may end up with tiny amounts of data everywhere. That can make optimization more difficult. Now let's talk about the problem when you create too many ad groups. First, the campaign can become too granular and difficult to manage. Second, your ad gets fragmented across too many small ad groups, making performance patterns harder to identify. It can also make optimization more difficult while separating keywords that actually have very similar search intent. And when every ad group targets almost the same thing, your ad messaging can become repetitive. You may also create more keywords overlap and competition between your ad group. It has to be remembered that more ad groups do not always mean better performance. The over segmentation example. Here is a simple example of over segmentation. Imagine creating 3 separate ad groups for patio installation, patio contractor, and patio builder. Although the keywords are different, the search intent is almost the same. So, instead of splitting them into 3 ad groups with repetitive ads, you could group them into one tightly themed patio installation ad group. This keeps your structure cleaner and easier to manage. Now the most significant question has to be arrived at: when are many ad groups justified? Having more ad groups is not always wrong. You should consider separate ad groups when there is a real strategic difference. For example, first, different search intent. Patio installation and hardscape constructor may require different messaging. Second, different ad messaging. If two themes need completely different value propositions, separate them. Third, different landing page. For example, paper patio can go to a paper patio page, while Stonepedia goes to a Stonepedia page. In this situation, segmentation makes sense. Don't separate keywords just because they look different. Separate them when the intent, message, or the landing page is genuinely different. Don't ask, how many ad groups should I have? Instead, ask, how many meaningful search themes exist within this campaign? That's much better question. Start with a small number of tightly organized themes. Create a new ad group when you discover a different search intent, a different message, a different value proposition, a different landing page, or another meaningful strategic difference. If you found this explanation helpful, follow me for more practical Google Ads strategies, campaign structure tutorials, and optimization tips. See you in the next video. Allah Hafiz.